Hello and welcome to Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and our guest on today's show is a gentleman responsible for one of the biggest music festivals that will be held in India. Well, music is synonymous with Goa, and also true is the fact that tourism is growing at a very rapid pace. With every passing year, the footfalls in Goa are increasing, and no one can deny that Goa is India's #1 party destination. So combining all three facts together, it is no surprise that we are having music festivals in India, and one of the biggest music festivals will be held here in Goa from 27th to 30th December, and it's called VH1 Supersonic. And with us today we have the Senior Vice President and Marketing Head of Integrated Network Solutions who are responsible for Supersonic. Thank you very much, Mr. Jaideep Singh, for talking to Prudent.
It's my pleasure.
Last year you had a very hectic time, yet you all pulled it off in great style. So what can we expect from Supersonic this year?
See, when we started the whole live business at Viacom, it's been always with a very long-term strategic vision. And last year, while time was less, but I think we as an organization have been doing events of large scale at national and international level. So we had the right kind of people to pull it off. This year we had 1 year to kind of prepare, so there was quite a bit of time. We've went ahead in terms of putting the brand across the country by putting extensions of the brand with club nights, with campus nights, with arcades, and the festival brand has gone to almost 110 events across the year, and we've been across these events pushing Goa as a destination to making sure that people know the festival is going to come in December. The three key things I think which you would expect from Supersonic this year is, and the lineup is out, so is giving music fans a very true balanced experience. It's not about one or two big headliners. I think it's about depth in the talent and the music. We are constantly looking at new trends in music, and the new trends mean the new genres which are coming up, the collaborations happening in EDM, the live music coming in, the bass is coming in a big way. So you will see that each day on each of the stages you have a very clear divide between the genres which are being put up. So there is very clear commercial stage, there is a techno house kind of stage, and there is bass stage. You put a lot of emphasis on bass this year with partnership with UKF, with Anjuna Beats, with Detroit Love. So in terms of the kind of creative people who got involved across the globe, the festival's vibe and its music and its content is going to be very, very unique. And we're seeing that response across board on social media.
Right, and as you said that last year you all had very little time. This year you all have lots more time to prepare well. How is it going to be different this year?
Okay, so I think one factor I spoke about, the music part, and the other factor would be the kind of technology and the expanse and the production value you will see on the stages this year. I think that would be one key factor which people would love to see. We've spent a lot of time, energy in getting the technology piece added onto the stages. So you will see bigger and better and larger stages. You would see a lot of experience angle being built into the festival in terms of how people transfers through the festival, from the ticket booking process finally to come to the festival, consuming their food, beverages, and also moving around the festival play. We are in the process of launching a lot of stuff on the digital space in terms of apps and the websites. So when the festival goer is going to come here, I think he'll have a very strong feel of what's going on. He'll be very well connected. So three facets, if I have to emphasize on what's the summary of three big pillars. First would be the balanced lineup and the depth in the music. Second would be the production value you will see on the stages that gives the experience to the festival goer. And third would be the overall experience of the festival and the ease of going through the festival and understanding what all is happening around. I think these are the three key pillars which consumers going to come on ground would see. The fourth factor would be, which we are working very strongly on, being a broadcaster, is building a lot of smart content around the festival. So last year we had done around 3 content pieces. There was a video, there was a trailer, and there was a half-an-hour documentary. And that also helps us live to the promise we made to the Goa government of taking this experience to millions across. So that reached out to almost 40-50 million eyeballs and helped also push our promise to the Goa tourism as such. This year those content pieces are going to be multiple, and I think we will showcase how live can merge with broadcast in a very smart manner. So that is going to do two things for us. One, it will obviously help us take the message and the feel of the festival to millions across the country. And second, it is going to help position Goa as a nice, smart festival location or a place where you can come and have good, safe entertainment to millions more who might not be aware of this play, because this is very niche culture. Dance music is a niche culture, but it is still something which globally people from across the genres and age groups come to see. So I think our play has been increase our audience base, which will also help the Goa government to kind of build the tourism play, and we by default actually are providing a lot of free advertising to the to the tourism for the Goa as such.
On the same topic, when you all zeroed in on Goa last year, when you all had the festival for the first time, what are the key factors? I mean, why Goa? What are the factors which helped decide you that we should be in Goa?
I think key couple of pointers. The city's got the town has the right vibe and the right culture and the right people, which you need if you are building up a festival. So Goa has that unique advantage which I think none of the cities in India has when it comes to putting up a dance music festival, for that matter. If you're into rock, jazz, I think you might have a couple of other cities to explore, but when it comes to dance music, it's a certain kind of a vibe and a culture you need. Goa has that. So that was one factor, that you had the right environment. Second factor was some kind of a captive audience you have at the end of the year in Goa. So that also helps you when you're launching a brand. The first year, if you have some bit of a captive audience, gives you an edge there. Yeah. So it was a win-win for us from that matter, that you had the captive audience, you had the right environment. So if we are going to invest, why not invest here? Yeah. You have better chances of success. So I think those were a few of the reasons, apart from many others, to look at Goa. We also got good support from the government, for that matter. They were very enthused by the fact that there is going to be a proper organized player who will come into the live business and is going to do more than just do the live act on ground and entertain 100,000 people, but this content, by going to many people, is going to help the cause there. So I think multiple things helped us.
And apart from that, it also helps the locals in many ways.
Absolutely. That's obviously a big factor, and that's something which Viacom globally does a lot. We as an organization do a lot of things on pro-social play. As an organization, whatever business we do, make sure that we are contributing to the local economies. So that was one of the key pieces, and we made sure that the employment of people on the festival as such is also a lot more locally, from the local people here, and employ more of them. We've got partners in Goa, so it's like just not looking at the standalone employability of people. We made sure that the festival is also partnered with somebody from Goa. So that also is, Goa has intrinsic ownership into the property, So that way it kind of worked well.
And when you have an event of this magnitude, you're also looking at a lot of people coming from outside Goa, majority of them. So are there any special benefits for them? Do you offer them a package kind of a thing, or how does it work out?
Last year we did we have this concept of doing a partner country. So last year we had done, one of the countries was a partner country. This year also a couple of countries we're exploring, the talks are on. Those guys get benefits in terms of easy accessibility into the festival. We do a lot of limited tickets, which you just come and show your passport, you can get a ticket entry free. After a certain number, you do a heavily subsidized ticket to those guys. And this also we promote using our beams across different countries. So if I take, say, a Thailand to be a partner country for us, say, this year, we will use our MTV beams in those countries to kind of promote that, to some extent.
Right. The key, of course, remains the content for the festival and the kind of lineup that you have. I know it's already out on the net, but we would like to hear it from you. What have you all got? What is in store this year for Supersonic?
On the major headliners, we've got a good balance with Above and Beyond, with Dylan Francis, with Paul Van Dyke. These are three major headliners for that matter. And these guys kind of give, from the old play, your iconic brands, to the new guys like Dylan Francis. These are the guys who are pretty much up there. These guys have the difference in the music play. The other piece is, you have people like Gareth Emery, you have Mark Knight, you have Matso, you have Goldie, you got a very heavy lineup on the bass. There are 4 days of international bass artists coming in. And each stage will at least have 3 to 4 on an average international artists playing in, which is generally not the case. You will have probably 1 or 2 in each stage. Across 3 stages, we have at least 3 to 4 international artists playing every day across board. In terms of spread of the artists, we have more than close to around 45 to 50 international artists. That's a heavy number when you see the number of stages. So idea was, let's not do like 10 stages, but let's do packed, nice 3 stages and give a good experience across them.
It's interesting though, when it comes to EDM, we've got a lot of international stars who are coming to India, but that doesn't quite happen on the other music fronts. And since you're involved with all sorts of music, what are your thoughts on that?
We as a business, when we started, the thought was very clear. We have done live events across genres. So apart from Supersonic, we have a property called MTV Extreme. Last year we had Megadeth on that, so we launched with that. This year we're looking at another very iconic rock band to come.
Okay. I can't wait to hear the name.
Yeah, so that we will talk about very soon. Then there is a property called Emerge, which keeps getting upcoming international artists from across the globe. We've done around 8 to 10 new bands from South Africa, from Europe, from Germany, from Russia, from England. They've been coming on monthly on club tours, and there's a festival format moving in there. We do stuff in the comedy space as well. Last year we had Gabriel Iglesias, Paul Verghese and people like these coming in. This year again we are looking at a very big international star, to Hollywood star, to come in and do that show. And then there is Bollywood. We have a property called MTV Bollyland. It's this year going into 20 cities. Last year was only 1 city. So from an expanse perspective, we have a very clear focus of building live entertainment across board. Dance music is through Supersonic. Rock will be through MTV Extreme. Emerge is about world music and upcoming music. That's our contribution to building the music scene. Comedy, Chuckle Festival is for comedy as such. Polyland is for building Bollywood. And all these properties have a very strong potential of going global. We are doing MTV Bollyland in Dubai on 19th. There's a concert happening, so that's the first step of extension of property going in. Similarly, Supersonic will go to other markets as well, where it mix in. If we are doing, this year we've been keeping the brand alive through the year. We booked artists through the year. Next year it's going to go to the next level. We will have larger and heavier bookings. So that kind of gives us a good synergy to have partnerships across the region and build this piece, because Southeast Asia as such does not have too many big festivals happening. So there is a latent demand, and I think there is a latent opportunity which can be tapped in.